If you served in the Civil War, can you cross the rods? If you did not, can you please open them? You're doing really good.
Okay.
Can you please let the rods go straight again?
Okay. This is Johanna and Megan from Travelers Paranormal. So behind Megan over there you see Fort Negley. Fort Negley was a fort built during the Civil War as a protection. This is kind of, oh, you can see it, a relief of the fort. And then so we're going to use some dowsing rods and see if we can get anybody that might want to communicate. For those looking for some information, Fort Negley stands on St. Cloud Hill, built in 1862 to protect the Union garrison in Nashville from attack. And then we got this. So I want peace, and I believe it can only be reached through union and war. That was General William Sherman. Alright, so let's come on over here. Megan's got the dowsing rods out. So this is Megan, I'm Johanna. If there's anyone here who would like to communicate, can you cross those rods? If there's anyone here at Fort Negley who would like to communicate, can you cross those rods? This fort, you're going to hear a lot of truck and vehicle traffic. We are very close to downtown Nashville, not very far away from City Cemetery. Alright, we have some rods crossing.
Thank you. Can you straighten the rods, please?
Thank you very much. So there is someone here who would like to communicate. Can you straighten out the rods? Alright, the person that we are communicating with, did you serve in the Civil War? Just because we're at a Civil War fort doesn't mean that's who we're communicating with, so I don't want to assume.
If you served in the Civil War, please cross the rods. If you did not, go ahead and let them go wide. And by serving, if you were a soldier or a cook or someone who helps maintain the military too. If you served in the Civil War or the war between the states, can you cross the rods? And if you did not, can you open them, please?
It's okay if it takes a moment to figure out how to use these.
When I say the Civil War or the war between the states, do you know what I'm referring to? If you know what I'm referring to, please cross the rods. If you do not know, go ahead and push them apart.
It looked like they were opening for a moment, but now they're just kind of staying straight again.
If you know what I'm talking about with the Civil War or the war between the states, please cross the dowsing rod. If you do not know what I'm talking about, please open them up. They are crossed. If you can, please put the rods back straight again. Thank you. So you do know what the Civil War or the war between the states is. Did you refer to it as the Civil War? If yes, please cross the rod. If you refer to it as the war between the states, can you please open the rod? And if neither, just go ahead and let them stay straight. Crossing. It looks like can you please make them go straight again? Thank you very much. Can you please, I see that they are crossing. Can you please let the rods go straight again?
Very good. So you did serve in the Civil War.
So he refers to it as Civil War. They refer to it as Civil War. If you served in the Civil War, can you cross the rods? If you did not, can you please open them? You're doing really good. Thank you.
Okay.
Can you please let the rods go straight again?
Okay.
You just served in the Civil War.
So this was a Union fort, but obviously we were in Tennessee in the South. So if you served for the Union, could you cross the rods? And if you served for the Confederacy, can you open the rods?
If you served for either the Union or the Federals, can you cross the rods? If you served in the Confederacy or for the South, can you open the rods?
Take your time. If you're I know sometimes it can be hard, especially if you're not used to trying to use these. It looks like it's trying to cross.
Yeah, I would say it's trying to cross. Okay, so it looks like it's crossing that you searched for the Union or Federal troops. Can you let the rods go back to straight, please? Thank you.
Okay, we are going to switch to another mode of communication since it seems like we do have somebody communicating. So just give us one moment and we will switch.